What is going on, everybody? It is me again. It's HorrorFan34, and welcome to another video. And welcome to the continuation of the 31 Days of Horror Challenge in October. Continuing on with the reviews of horror films for this month. Now, this is take 5. Oh my gosh. So, gonna get a little explanation of why this is take 5. Basically, what happened was I did this video earlier in the day, had it all transferred over to my iPad and things like that. Basically, what I do is, how do I explain it? Like, I do these videos from this webcam I'm recording off of. Then when I'm done those, I transfer these over to my iPad, and then I convert them to HD on Movie Maker, and then I upload the videos from there on my iPad. I transfer from Movie Maker onto my iPad album, and then I just upload the videos from there from the video album, and I upload it to YouTube that way. But now it's been giving me errors and things like that. So then I had a really hard time trying to upload it. I had trouble uploading the Relic review, and then I had to do it another way, and that ended up working out okay. And then I tried doing that again today with this, and it didn't work. It was giving me errors again, like the way I did it before, things like that, and it was still giving me errors. So basically what I'm going to have to do is just record the videos from the webcam and just upload them to YouTube from there. So they're not going to be probably 360 quality, but hopefully they're not too bad of a quality. And also, this is also take 5 because this webcam likes to freeze on me, and I was doing the review and it was doing pretty good, and then 5 minutes in it froze on me. So I had to fucking redo this video fucking again. Just, this day has not been good. It's been pissing me off. It's been frustrating as hell. So hopefully this video will not be any interruptions at all, and I'm just really, really pissed off and frustrated, very angry. I'm just extremely pissed off. So, that's all I'm going to have to say about that. So that's how the videos will be done from now on, is that. So getting on to the review at hand here, I'm going to figure out to talk about Screamers, which is, of course, this is, I think I mentioned day 7 of the horror challenge. And I feel like this is an underrated sci-fi horror film that doesn't get brought up that much. Now, first off, it's directed by Christian Duguay. This is the same guy that did Scanners 2 and 3. He also did The Art of War with Wesley Snipes. And it's actually based on a short story by Philip K. Dick. Now, Philip K. Dick, a lot of his stories were made into movies, and if it wasn't for him, you wouldn't have movies like Blade Runner or Total Recall or things like that. So, and I had no idea it was based on a Philip K. Dick novel until I saw it just recently. I'm like, oh wow, this is the same guy that did novels like Total Recall and things like that. So that's pretty damn cool. I would say this is my favorite film of his can't speak today, of his that he's directed. But I also really like Scanners 2 and The Art of War with Wesley Snipes. But I would say this is my personal favorite that he's directed. Now, the story itself is pretty simple. It takes place in the future, in 2078. You have Colonel Joseph Hendrickson, played by Peter Weller, right there, Peter Weller, and there's he has to protect this project on this planet called Sirius 6B, which is an outpost from this war, and there's these mechanical creatures called Screamers that kill people, and basically Peter Weller and his guys have to stop them, and it's a pretty self-explanatory story when you see the plot. Now, the screenplay was actually done by Dan O'Bannon, who I don't know how much of his screenplay was really his or how much he wrote, but this is the same guy that directed the original Return of the Living Dead, which is actually my favorite zombie movie. Now, getting on to the cast. First off, you have Peter Weller as the lead hero. I love Peter Weller as an actor, whether it be RoboCop 1 and 2, or 50-50, The Adventures of Buckaroo Banzai, Of Unknown Origin, Leviathan, even his voice as Batman in The Dark Knight Returns. Does a great job in everything he does. And I think this is definitely one of his best roles as Colonel Joseph Hendrickson. Really like Peter Weller. What I really like about Peter Weller's character in this, he's a blue collar character, and he is a guy that's like trying to do his best, and it kind of reminds me of like those blue collar characters that you would see in like Tremors, like the Kevin Bacon and Fred Ward characters, like blue collar everyday guys, and that's how Peter Weller kind of portrays his character in this, and he was great. I think Peter Weller does a great job. You also have Jennifer Rubin from Elm Street 3 as sort of like a love interest in a way for Peter Weller. And what I also really like about this film too is the way that Christian Duguay directed the film. It's got a very nice like setting in the future, and I really like the way that he shot like the planet, and you can tell it's like war, and you know it's really it sort of has like a vibe of sort of like Alien in a way, because it does take place on like this distant planet with wars going on with these creatures, and but not like to the like, I still say Alien is a much more superior film in my opinion than Screamers is, but it's because it's not that, because Screamers didn't really have much of that budget that Alien did, or even Aliens. But I still think Screamers is a very solid sci-fi horror film. It's definitely one of my favorites of the genre, because you have a good cast of characters. Like I really like Peter Weller, Jennifer Rubin. I also really like Roy Dupuis, Andy Lauer as the other supporting characters. And, you know, Christian Duguay did a great job directing it. Like I said, the musical score is really solid by, doesn't say who did the musical score, but I think the score is pretty solid. I like the design of the Screamers themselves. For 1995, they look pretty good for the mid-90s. So I really like the way that the creatures look. It's got some nice bits of action here and there, with the wars and the creatures of the Screamers, and it's an overall very solid sci-fi horror movie. And if you enjoy like sci-fi horror films, like it doesn't get brought up that much with like Alien or Event Horizon when it comes to like sci-fi horror, but if you like those kind of films, then I would highly recommend you check this out. And if you're a big fan of Peter Weller, I highly recommend you check this out. So that's pretty much it for my review for Screamers. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.